I grabbed this jar of pickles off the shelf and looks great, looks perfect. It's nationally distributed. I'm gonna share with you the 5 areas that importers most likely are to have a problem with the FDA and bringing this product into the US. Just so that you know, this actual item, this unit would not make it through the port in the US. Let's get into the 5 items. So the first one that I run into is probably the most serious and the most important is the allergen statement. There's no allergen statement on this product. It's not needed. There's no allergens in here. But if there were, we need the allergen statement on here. It's an immediate red flag. It's an immediate detention. It's an immediate issue, recall off the shelf if the allergens are not listed in the proper format. So it needs to be listed in the proper area and the proper format. The next one that I have problems with when we're working on projects coming into the country is the statement of the net quantity statement. And so the net weight format and the location, it's important where it's located. If you have this in the wrong position on the label, even if everything is right on what it says, it's in the wrong spot, that's a problem for the FDA as far as holding the product detention or refusing entry. Also, you want to get it right in the right format. It needs to be metric and standard for the U.S. market. And there's some other formatting issues on here that are important that we run into quite often. The item on here that would not allow this to pass through the port, and so this is a domestic item, manufactured, packaged in the U.S. But if this were to go through the port, there's no country of origin labeling on here. This is an item that many of our clients that we help them make sure that we get this accurate. And so also there's some confusing pieces about that. Where it's going to be located on the back information panel, but it's going to need to say the product of origin. What country of origin is the product? One of the areas that we help our clients with is understanding, for instance, if the ingredients are from one country and then it's processed and packaged in another, what goes there? And so that's something that has to be accurate for bringing into the product into the U.S. The other area that creates lots of confusion, lots of opportunities for us to refine and work on is the nutrition facts panel. So there's so many issues on here. Some of the main issues are mandatory nutrients that need to be on here. There's a statement on the bottom here with some specific comments regarding a 2,000 calorie diet, along with the overall format. The most important areas on here is the actual format and the size of the letters. They need to be a minimum the smallest writing here generally needs to be 6 point. It can be 4.5 point depending on some other special circumstances, but there's so many different areas here that can be an area of contention with the FDA. One of the big ones that we deal with all the time is the portion size. So it's going to be the unit serving size. The FDA has guidelines on what they're expecting the customary serving size is, and that's what all of this is based on, is that. And so the last one on here, there are health claims for a lot of products that we deal with. We've got issues with health claims, and we actually have to remove them because the FDA would then consider it a drug if we leave the health claims on there. In this situation, we have on here, it's yes, it's a vegan, it's a vegan product. And so also it's gluten-free. So any of that, gluten-free has very specific guidelines on parts per million, gluten that cannot be in here. And so we just need to have that backup, that documentation certificate of authenticity. Hope that helps. Jump on my schedule if you're bringing your product into the United States. Also, if you jump on our newsletter list, I'll send you a checklist for the items on the actual label. And that's at timforrest.com. You can get on my schedule at timforrestmarkets.com. Thanks for watching.